Hey guys, what's up? Did you miss me? It's been a couple of weeks, I think, since I last updated you guys. Quite a few things have happened since the last update. I think the last update I gave you guys was I did my iron infusion, and I was just waiting to make sure that there wasn't going to be like no extra bleeding out by side after it, only because in the past I've had my iron infusions done and I had a lot of bleeding afterwards. But this time I got my iron infusion done last weekend, and so far so good. So that's a plus to know that it's not the iron that has me bleeding out. My face is breaking out so bad because Mother Nature's on her way. But little update. I did make a short update video, a couple days ago. I need to go back to rewatch that one to see exactly what it is, but I think that update was about me getting all of my blood work done. I went and got 7 tubes of blood drawn last week. They ordered 17 different tests. So I think that's what that little update was. So I will probably see if I combine the two of these together and put that one in with this one as well when I upload. But this update is, so I went ahead and so right now I'm doing everything with Shady Grove. And I went ahead and, I actually have 2 more consults, just to weigh out all my options, like all across the board, to see, I always have not wanted to put all of my eggs in the same basket. I want to be able to spread them out, be able to see like what options is out there. So I actually have 2 more consults coming up with 2 different fertility clinics. I have an appointment this Friday, virtual consult, and this one is in Mexico. Over this past week, I've done a lot of like research on this clinic. And they have a lot of good reviews, a lot of positive things. Of course, I've seen some negative stuff about it too. Because I looked at both negative and positive stuff on both clinics that, I'm having these consults with. But it's more so just to see like what my options are. You never know, like who knows? I may go with Mexico, I may not go with Mexico. One thing I don't need is for people to try to sit here and talk me out of doing something. Yeah, I know the country is really rough right now, as far as like what we got going on, but I am a very firm believer in the power upstairs. And I believe that if that's a choice that I go with, that he's going to keep me safe, and he's going to make sure that I make it out good, and everything is going to, have a good outcome. And then the other clinic I'm going to, that consult is May. I think it's May 27th, I think. That is a fertility clinic in New York. Did a lot of research on that one this past weekend. I literally was in bed like all weekend this weekend, guys. And I literally just searched up different stuff this weekend. Getting just more backgrounds on like the different clinics and the different procedures that everybody goes through, and payment wise, and of course everybody's payment is going to be different. Not one person is going to have the same payment, but just getting like a ball structure over payment wise. When you do it here in the States, just for 1 round IVF is anywhere between 30 to 60K. Right? When I looked it up in Mexico, theirs is about 15K. And then when I look up the one that's in New York, theirs is roughly about the same thing. The only advantage that New York has on me right now, and what's making me lean towards New York, is because not only is their plan a little bit cheaper than the US, but they also offer you payment plans that you would pay a 50% down payment. And once you make your down payment, and and medications are included in their packaging. So you don't have to buy your medication separate, which is what a lot of fertility clinics do, is their medication is built. You have to go out and purchase it separate. But with the one that's in New York, their package that they offer, the medication is actually billed. The medication is in with the package that you get. Yeah, so the medication is actually in the package that you get with them. So that's another like ding, 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 like, hey, go with me type thing. But like I said, I want to get the consult with both of them. I want to talk to both, go through both of the appointments and see how they both go. Because like I said, I went to Shady Grove and great experience so far. Like from the doctor to the financial agreement, the advisor, and I forgot what the other lady is that works with me. All sweet people. Even the people at the front desk were amazing when I walked into my appointment. But like I said, I don't want to put all my eggs in one basket. I want to weigh out my options and see what's out there. I think that's pretty much it as far as for this update. Just letting you guys know that I do have 2 other facilities that I'm going to do consults with. I did have to do with the one in Mexico. That one had a $75 consult fee. And then the one that's in New York, they had a $150 consult fee. But $50 is pretty much just to hold your deposit, hold your appointment slot. And then the other 100, what they do is they're going to run it through the insurance company and see if the insurance company will take it. If the insurance company accepts it, then I'll be good to go. I don't have to pay the 100. I just pay the $50 that will eventually turn into a credit on my account. But then if the insurance company doesn't take it, then I'll just pay that at the end. They'll bill me that at the end of my consult visit, the 100. So yeah, it's a lot of things have happened in the past week or so. Like I said, I went and got my labs done. I filled out my application because I need to do genetics testing as well. So I actually filled out my application for, at Shady Grove, they do theirs through third party. And so there's a third party company that you do all your billing with. So I had to fill out an application, send it to them with all my insurance information. They're going to run it through my insurance, and they're going to, give me 1 second, the kids are coming. Sorry guys, the kiddos are in the background. So if you hear them, please don't mind them. They're on their tablets. I just got home from work, so, you know, especially Janaea, she likes to be up underneath me when I get home from work. But, I kind of forgot where I was at messing with these kids. Sorry guys, the kids came and I had lost my train of thought on what was the last thing I was saying to you guys before they came down the stairs. And you guys can probably hear them in the previous video yelling upstairs and bouncing around. There's no school tomorrow, so that's why they're still up. Yeah, so like I said, Shady Grove has a third party. They use a third party company that they use for their genetics testing. So what you do is you fill out an application. They email you the application, you fill it out, you email it back to them, and then they will, I guess, run it through your insurance and everything and check like your out of network, your deductible and all that good stuff, co-insurance. And then they'll see if they will cover anything on it, and then whatever they cover or whatever they don't cover, then they'll send you back, you know, the bill letting you know. I did that last week. I did that last Friday, because that's when I did my blood work. So I did that last Friday. Still haven't heard anything back, but I still was going to give it till Friday. I give it about a week because I don't know how long. And then if I don't hear anything by Friday, Monday the latest, then I'll give them a call. As far as to know what's going on with that process. I'm supposed to also let the Shady Grove know when I start my menstrual for this month. But I think because I'm doing the other 2 consults, I think I'm going to wait out on letting them know when I start. Because when I start, I have to actually go into the facility and I have some testing to get done. And that's another thing. I need to actually call my financial advisor, because she never told me, since I'm paying out of pocket, she never told me how much that testing is. So I need to see before I call them and let them know, like, hey, I started my period, and then I go in there and it's a freaking $1,000 bill that I gotta pay to get testing done. So just a lot of testing that I need to get done before we come up with a plan. But I did check a lot of my stuff off the list that the coordinator has sent to me that you need to have done before your appointment. I think off the whole entire list, I literally have maybe my genetics testing. I gotta meet with the social worker. 1 second. Sorry, I thought I had my checklist with me when I started recording my video, but I didn't know how to do my bedside table. I also need to get better at making my updated notes so that I can have those with me, so I feel like I'm not repeating the same thing in the video that I repeated like in my previous video, so then you guys don't get tired of me doing that either. But from the list, there was like a list of things that I gotta do. My next thing that I need to get done is my blood work and baseline ultrasound. That's the one that I have to call them on my first day of my menstrual. And then there's another test that I got to get done, the HSG test. I call them on my cycle day 1, and then that is a test that I do between day 5 and 6, which is you can't be bleeding for that test. And then I got my lab work done. I called for my genetics testing. I did my modules because there was modules and consent forms that I needed to fill out, so I did those already. I called to schedule my appointment with the social worker because you have to meet with the social worker. I got my medical clearance because I had to get a medical clearance done from my hematologist saying that it's okay, she can go forward. I also scheduled to have to meet with the maternal fetal medicine doctor. That appointment is scheduled for next month as well, so I did that. And then my prenatal vitamins, that was pretty much the last thing, and I got my prenatal vitamins in the mail yesterday, and I started those yesterday. Got them yesterday, started them yesterday. So yeah, like I've done pretty much everything on the list other than my genetics testing and then giving them a call for the blood work and the baseline ultrasound. So yeah, I think that's gonna be it for this update. It's a lot. I don't want to make the video too long. I want to talk you guys heads off, but I just wanted to give you guys a little brief update of what's been going on since I last updated you guys. But yeah, if you guys got any questions, if you guys have any advice, if you guys have any concerns, any encouragement words or whatever the case may be, you can drop them down in the comments. Don't forget to like, comment, follow if you're not doing so already. And yeah, so until next time, I'll see you guys later. Bye.